You know, Konami hasn't had the best track record recently, especially since one of the last releases. But hey, Master Duel's pretty good. Hey guys, before we get into today's video, don't forget to smash like if you liked, subscribe for more, ring the bell to get notified of when I go live playing this game, and comment below your favorite deck. Anyway, onto the video. So I guess Konami really respects the Yu-Gi-Oh! IP because this game is worlds apart from their last release of eFootball. Actually, I'm not even sure what their last release was, but hey, eFootball was the last one I played, and yeah, that was not good. So let's talk about some of the positives, some of the negatives with this Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel now. If you're not interested in the Yu-Gi-Oh! TCG at all, then I can't really recommend this. If you're like me, who was a fan of the anime and then recently picked up Duel Links like last year and want the full experience of the Yu-Gi-Oh! TCG, then this is the game for you. It's very similar to something like Magic the Gathering Arena and Pokemon Online, where it's basically it's the card game of respective franchise, but in a digital and online form. Let's talk about the options here. Now, basically, there's only two modes of play. There is online and there is solo. Online can be technically divided into two categories, ranked and friendly duels. Now, the only way to do a friendly duel at the moment is to add a friend and create a room. You can add up to 5 other friends, so 6 in total, and you can each take it in turns, or there's 3 different tables so you can all be playing at the same time. Great for setting up some mini tournaments, mini leagues, mini pods. And the other mode is ranked, where you're going to be spending most of your time playing, because that's where you get the experience for your battle pass. There's also a solo mode, which is basically designed for you to learn the basics of the game, since it's slightly more complicated in its original inception, what with XYZs, Synchro and Pendulum monsters. Not to mention, this game contains, I think, every single card currently available that isn't forbidden or banned. So that's good. It has a nice wide range of cards. The downside, it has a nice range of cards, but we'll get into more of that later. Solo covers some of the basics. Kind of covers the basics of all ritual summoning, synchro summoning, XYZ summoning, pendulum summoning, as well as giving you some nice starter decks to go off and play it on rank. But you are going to need to replace or start actually building a proper deck pretty quickly, as I'm already in silver and I'm getting outclassed by actual competitive decks rather than my free to play I got from solos mode. I wish there was more to do in solos. It's basically just a number of duels and a few cutscenes that unlock some bonus items, some icons and stuff. Nothing really major, but it's a good starting place to learn and level up. Now, I mentioned that you're probably going to need to focus on getting a decent deck, and luckily there's a number of ways to get the cards you want. Now, there are packs. There are different kinds of packs. There is the main pack, which is the master pack, which contains all the cards from the set. So trying to get the cards you want from that, it's gonna be very rare. Luckily, there are secret packs. Basically, if you create or pull certain cards, they will generate packs that are focused on an archetype. As you can see here, there's many different ones. You can create a card that generates these secret packs anyway, so if you run out of time, you can just go in, generate that card, and then you get the secret pack. It's a good way of, working out what deck you want and then going, okay, I'm going to focus on pulling packs from this rather than the whole Master Duel, because it's just such a wide pool of cards. Another, as I mentioned previously during all this, you may have heard me, is generating cards. Yes, you not only can pull cards, but you can also generate cards. You use this by collecting tokens of a certain rarity. If you get 30 of that, you can generate the card. On the plus side, you can also dismantle cards. So if you collect a load of cards of the same card that you don't really need, you can dismantle it for 10 tokens. Which basically means for every 3 cards you dismantle, you can create 1. Now, with the higher, I guess, I don't want to say rarity, foiling process, that will generate you more tokens of a certain rarity. So for example, if it's just foiled slightly, you can get 15. If it's like a starlight foiling or something, you might be able to get the full 30. I've only been able to cards that I didn't need from just a regular foil, and it generated 15. So you've gone from 3 cards to 2 foils. This basically makes it very free to play friendly, given the fact that also you can. There's so many gems, right? That's just doing daily missions. You get so many gems. Doing the solo stuff, you're going to get so many gems. You pretty much are going to want to find a deck that you want to play, and then work towards building that deck. And then by the time you get into ranked, you should pretty much already have a deck you kind of want to play. A few replacement cards here and there. There is also some great value bundles. For example, you can get Solemn's Judgment value, which is 10 packs of Master Duel plus guaranteed Solemn Judgment. Usually they cost 1,000 gems, but this bundle costs 750, but you're allowed to do it the one time. Still a great value. There's also an Ash Blossom as well, so some pretty good cards that are generally well used and quite versatile, so you can put them into your deck, and if not, you're going to put them into your deck. They're going to be a sideboard card anyway, so great stuff there. Again, generating lots of gems. There's also the Battle Pass as well. Yes, it's another free-to-play game with a Battle Pass, with a free version and a premium version, but unlike almost all games I've played so far that are free-to-play that have this free Battle Pass and premium Battle Pass, you can actually get the premium Battle Pass for free, essentially. It only costs 600 gems this time around. It might be a bit more expensive later on, which is fine. I will rather have companies have the premium version free for the first time and then up the price as it goes along. But, you know, hey, it's a great way to get tokens you need to get the rarer cards you need. And overall, I can't really complain. The only thing I can say is that the only way to level up the Battle Pass is playing ranked. No other mode actually levels up the Battle Pass. You do have a regular level as well that you can level up by doing ranked solo. I don't think friendly duels level you up anyway, but you know, friendly duels are a great way for testing out decks with people. So, you know, all in all, I think it's a very decent structure for a free-to-play. There are many ways of getting cards. Well, there's two main ways of getting cards, but it's a decent way of getting cards, and the dismantling and generate feature are fantastic. Music is very intense. My god, they went ham on this soundtrack. Like some moments where it's nearing the end of the duel, or as the game thinks it's nearing the end of the duel, the music ramps up and starts getting hyped. It's like, oh, okay, we're going into this. So, great music choice. In terms of graphics, there's nothing really to shout about. It's a card game. It looks decent. The cards look clean and easily readable. And there's some slight animation when cards are attacking. There's nothing fancy like in Duel Links where a boss monster is summoned and there'll be like a 3D animation of the boss monster coming in. No, none of that. There are some 3D models, clearly. You can have avatars, or mates as they call them, appear. There's a number of accessories you can buy for different card sleeves and stuff like that. Deck boxes, you can't put your favorite card on the deck box. It's just a standardized deck box, which is kind of disappointing, but you know, overall, the graphics do what they need to do. I think the UI is slightly clean. There are some annoyances where you're trying to follow the stack and then you have to click another button to see the stack, but overall, like, it's fine. It's serviceable. It does what it needs to do. One of the biggest issues you're going to have, and one of the biggest criticisms you're going to see when scrolling through the store page on Steam, is playing against another human being. It's very common, especially when I was playing Magic the Gathering Arena, for opponents taking very long time in their turns. Okay, I set one and end my turn. Okay. It almost feels like an eternity. Like you might as well start playing another game while waiting for your opponent's turn. Generally, what happened in Magic the Gathering is if they're going to lose, they would just try and time you out. So they'll just sit there and wait and hope that you would rage quit, which Yeah, sometimes may happen. It's kind of annoying. They do have a time limit, but because of how complex Yu-Gi-Oh can get, you kind of need it. But you know, it's still very annoying where you wait half an hour for your opponent to make a move, and sometimes the connection on their end might be so bad that they come back in and, you know, they spent half the time trying to connect to the game. It's annoying, but it comes with the playing online. Some people take longer to make their moves than you do, and sometimes that's probably for the best. Unless you're sat there waiting, in which case maybe you need to slow it down as well. Overall, my thoughts on this game is it's pretty good. If you like Yu-Gi-Oh, definitely try it out. If you have a passing interest and want to see what Yu-Gi-Oh is all about, definitely try it out. If you think the card game is too expensive, then definitely come on here. Find a deck that you're quite interested in, build it, solely focus on that. You should be able to basically build any deck you want if you're willing to sacrifice cards that you may not necessarily need or want to play that are in this deck. Overall, yeah, no, I can't recommend it enough if you're a Yu-Gi-Oh fan. Yu-Gi-Oh Master Duel is the full Yu-Gi-Oh experience. Duel Links was definitely a sped up version, given the game board size was almost cut in half, which means games took much quicker. Also, your starting life points was half, so the idea was that you would finish these games quicker. This is the full Yu-Gi-Oh experience. Anyway guys, if you liked this video, leave a like. If you didn't, feel free to leave a dislike. Comment below your thoughts on Yu-Gi-Oh and your favourite deck, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Don't forget to subscribe, and if you want, join the Salty membership. Goodbye.
Morse. Marvelous. Together on the track. Let's go. Red sus, red sus. Red sus, red sus. Red sus, red sus. Red sus, sus. Red sus, red sus. Red sus, red sus. Red sus, red sus. Red sus, sus.